The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is taken from the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Colossians. That is why, ever since the day he told us, we have never failed to remember you in our prayers and ask that through perfect wisdom and spiritual understanding, you should reach the fullest knowledge of his will, and so be able to lead a life worthy of the Lord, a life acceptable to him in all its aspects, bearing fruit in every kind of good work, and growing in the knowledge of God, fortified in accordance with his glorious strength, with all power always to persevere and endure, giving thanks with joy to the Father who has made you able to share the lot of God's holy people, and with them to inherit the light. Because that is what he has done. It is he who has rescued us from the ruling forces of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of the Son that he loves. And in him, we enjoy our freedom, the forgiveness of sins. And our response is from Psalm 98. Yahweh has made known his saving power, revealed his saving justice for the nations to see, mindful of his faithful love and his constancy to the house of Israel. The whole wide world has seen the saving power of our God. Acclaim Yahweh, all the earth. Burst into shouts of joy. Play to Yahweh on the harp to the sound of instruments, to the sound of trumpet and horn. Acclaim the presence of the King. And a reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Now it happened that Jesus was standing one day by the lake of Gennesaret with the crowd pressing round him, listening to the word of God, when he caught sight of two boats at the water's edge. The fishermen had got out of them and were washing their nets. He got into one of the boats, it was Simon's, and asked him to put out a little from the shore. Then he sat down and he taught the crowds from the boat. Now when he had finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Put out into deep water and pay out your nets for a catch." Simon replied, "Master, we worked hard all night long and caught nothing. But if you say so, I will pay out the nets." And when they had done this, they netted such a huge number of fish that their nets began to tear. So they signaled to their companions in the other boat to come and help them. And when these came, they filled both boats to the sinking point. When Simon Peter saw this, he fell at the knees of Jesus, saying, "Leave me, Lord, I am a sinful man." For he and all his companions were completely awestruck at the catch they had made. And so also were James and John, sons of Zebedee, who were Simon's partners. But Jesus said to Simon, "Do not be afraid. From now on, it is people you will be catching." Then bringing their boats back to land, they left everything and followed him. The Gospel of the Lord.